Matt Hayes.
The guys they had last year, terrible.
And Leon Searcy.
Mama know that when you get to camp, you ain't gonna see a lot of Big Daddy.
How you like me now? How you like me?
We got Big Daddy back. Big Sirs after a longer weekend out of town, but back in the building. Big Sirs ready to rock and roll. We are all ready to rock.
Sirs is taking strays.
Yeah.
Just gets in the building, starts taking strays.
Well, let me just tell you something. There's been more action in the pre-show than we've had in a while, okay? And I'm just going to tell you all something. The gums never stop flapping, okay, around here.
I mean, that was my welcome wagon for the last 2 days gone. Huh? That's crazy to be right
It's
now.
good, though. It's good. So we are in a lively mood, fired up and ready to go because the trash talk has commenced. Like Big Sirs, and you can sling it back just as good as anybody. So that's always good.
Yeah, but I'm not more of a silent assassin.
Yeah.
You know, I pick and choose. Now, he thinks it's over with. That's the problem. He thinks it's over.
He
has no idea what I have.
Jacob, a kid in the building who is an FSU fan, who I just said, you know,
He's our
earlier in the
expert,
season,
JJ, come on.
earlier in the season, I heard him talking a lot.
You were talking a lot.
Yeah,
So everyone was talking
but
a
I'm just
lot.
saying I haven't heard him in a long
Yeah,
time.
Yeah, and
So Jacob strolls in here and looks at Leon and brings up ACC titles.
which
He
is
says
great.
to you,
So
how many
sad.
ACC titles you got?
Worry about NC State, big dog.
Listen, you need a Doran right now. And you thought you might have got a Doran last week, and you guys took care of business against the Wolfpack. And we're talking about all this because the college football playoff, everything's, of course, building to a head. That's what happens in November. But Big Sirs, before we get into all that, because we got the latest round of rankings coming out tonight, we'll do our XLP to the CFP tomorrow. This is your first chance to preach the gospel as far as a Jaguar win is
game.
concerned.
Well,
My gosh, that was an impressive.
It was crazy, Joe. I'm sitting there lying in the bed watching. I had to wipe the coal out of my eyes. I had to readjust my glasses because the team I was watching was unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Absolutely unrecognizable. Even for the first 5 games when they were 4-1, this team was disciplined. They were physical. 1 penalty for 5 yards. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that blew
They
me
executed
away.
on both sides of the ball at a very elite level. Absolutely. They got after everything that we talked about, everything that we beat them down with the week before about how they lost to the Texans. They did everything that we asked for.
So I like the idea that there was a response.
Yes.
That's probably the most important thing out of all of this is because we piled on.
We
Everyone
did.
piled on.
Rightfully so.
Trevor was questioned. A lot of guys were questioned. You looking at the line going, my gosh, man, switch them up, do whatever you can. And the defense was questioned. When are you going to sack a quarterback? All that type of stuff. And it all came together. And now we've had this discussion.
Yes.
So you could chime in. That's one of the most complete games we've seen.
The best games that I've seen all year long. Even the first 5 games when they went 4-1, I had not seen a more complete game than I saw this past Sunday against San Diego Chargers.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I saw after the game in the locker room, what Liam Combs said, and I hope he says we play better when we're pissed off. And they had to chime the bell after that disaster last Sunday, and I was concerned about how this team was going to respond.
Right.
I thought they were going to be the same old, what did Dan Higgins call them? The same old sad-ass Jags. That's what we called them. That's what I just had in my mind that after that debacle with the Texans that they weren't going to respond well against a very good San Diego Chargers team.
Yeah.
So I was pleasantly surprised by the fact how they played the game with the physicality, with the mental aptitude, with the finish, with the high level execution. I mean, it was absolutely awesome. If you play that way down the stretch within the next 4 games with who we have in front of us,
Yeah.
you can start talking about that P word.
Yeah, well, as it is right now, and Matt, I think, might have gone a little coach speak on us yesterday. He's like,
I did, but
it's a
you know
one,
what?
it's a
At
one and
this
oh
point with this
situation.
team, it's 1-0, baby.
So you're not in the deep end of the pool? You're not in the deep end?
No, you could very easily go to the Cardinals, go out to Arizona, and lose by 18.
Yeah.
And still
Lose
easily
24-6.
make the playoffs was our
right,
point.
right. But my point is, you could, all the good feeling you're feeling now could easily be gone next week.
Right. So as it is right now, they are in. It's the classic line, and we did our podcast, Both Sides of the Ball, with Coach Mark Duffner and Coach Gerald Ingram earlier today. You can find it on the social channels. But Coach Ingram will be in here in the 1 o'clock hour, and we will ask him the same thing. If the season ended today, you would be in the playoffs.
Bro, why you got to be the Grinch who stole Christmas? Huh? Can we have our Christmas now?
Yeah. Listen,
I'm not trying to be the Grinch, honestly, bro. I'm just trying to we've seen this roller coaster all season.
Yeah,
I know,
man.
You're right. You're right.
but this
Just
time,
make
Just-
1-0, man. That's all you got to worry about.
I understand what you're saying. Just when we think we trust them,
Yeah.
right.
they've let us down.
But this time a week ago, we were eating a suck sandwich. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So at the
A
very
big
least,
ass suck sandwich.
Yeah. So at the very least, like Leon's saying, let's just go ahead and chew on a nice juicy steak right now after a big win like that, because it was massive. That's for sure. All right. So we want to at least come back to you on a handful of things from the game on Sunday, but we'll definitely look ahead, talk really NFL playoff picture, the AFC. We got the numbers if, quote, the season ended today. Beaver Chevy, Beaver Toyota, Beaver Mitsubishi, they are all part of today's show. They are there to why. It doesn't matter what dealership, what line of cars you're talking about. The brand new Mitsubishi store in the AUG on US 1 is also a pre-owned super center. And then they got the brand new Toyota store right there next to Best Bet St. Augustine at 95 and State Road 207. And of course, on Phillips Highway, Beaver Chevrolet. Make sure you check all of them out. They are there to why. Got great deals right now. That's for sure. So we're going to look at the playoff picture and whether or not what you just said, Big Sirs, is one of the biggest things. Don't roller coaster me, because that was also something we talked about yesterday. Don't give me the high only to give me the low. And the Dallas Cowboys are a good example. Dallas Cowboys at times have looked pretty good, and then they look like the same thing this team experienced in Houston. They have something, and then they just fiddle it away. And they beat a bad Raiders team last night. That Raiders team,
They took us to the brink.
yes. Isn't it nuts? The last two, actually, they took Denver to the brink as well.
Yeah, they did.
Which is crazy. And that was them on the road. But Geno, right now, it ain't looking so hot. But Dak and them, once they got rolling last night, you see the play, a couple of plays that Pickens and CeeDee Lamb made, they were offensively, of course, impressive.
Well, they're dynamic offensively. Their issues have been defensively, being able to stop the run and get the passer.
Yeah.
Listen, Quentin Williams is a grown-ass man.
Yes, he is.
He's a
He stepped in and made his presence
He's grown,
felt.
bro. He makes his presence. Now, he's had 2 back-to-back bye weeks now for the Jets and then with the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
So he was fresh legs, absolutely fresh legs, but he gets after it, bro.
Well, on that side of the ball, the Quentin Williams and who was it, Logan Wilson?
Logan Wilson, yeah.
And maybe one other guy that they brought in that maybe had just gotten back healthy. Overshown is trying to get healthy again. Anyway, that side of the ball looked better. That was against the Raiders, though.
That's true. That's true.
We got to remind ourselves.
That's true because I think their schedule down the stretch, their next 4 games, I think they got the Chiefs. I know they got the Chiefs Thanksgiving. They got the Eagles. They got the Vikings and the Lions.
Yeah.
So
we'll see how it goes.
They gave up a lot for him, though. He looked good last night, no doubt.
Oh, Quentin, yeah.
You give up,
they did.
You give up the better of the first round picks in 27, the second round pick, and Maisie Smith, the D tackle.
And as it was, Jerry Jones was so determined to prove that he was going to make something out of the Micah Parsons fiasco when they finally let him out of town. He just wanted to prove that he could do
You
something.
see him and his sons yucking it up in that first sack, too? They were so happy, man.
It was like get me another Brown. They were all stoked. Steven, and they were all yucking it up and smiling. All right, so right now the Chiefs are out and the Jags are in. Think about some of the other storylines. The Panthers, what they've been able to do. They're right now one of the teams contending from picking at the top of the draft to making it into the postseason. So there are a handful of other good stories out there that we will get into today. All right, latest on Lane. We got to do that coming up. We'll stay on the Jags, but Lane Kiffin, listen, I know I love the sound of that, and I'm going to Nash Vegas next week, and I'm hoping that sound is perfect and we leave on time and land on time. I'm hoping for all that. But anyway, we have a lot of people that are at the JIA that are in the kind of the travel business. Do we have a jet tracker that listens to XL Primetime to see if maybe Lane apparently flew to LSU, in disguise, not the Bobby Valentine mustache and glasses disguise, but apparently just, yes. in a cloak of
so
secrecy.
We watched the video.
In a cloak of secrecy, those Baton Rouge boys had the cameras out. They watched this.
It's not exactly in 5K.
No,
It's
no.
not.
It's
Not
very
only that,
Zapruder film-esque.
the young kid that gets off the plane who should be a junior in high school.
Yeah.
Who's
Tell everybody
who's
what we're
almost
talking
6'4"
about.
right
Yeah,
now. His
yeah.
son Knox.
Yeah.
His son Knox is right at 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". The kid that got off the plane looked like he was 5'8".
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's
a
plane for all of you people who aren't
let's just
online all
catch
the
'em up.
time like
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin is the coach of Old Miss. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so he apparently
Lane
took
Kiffin.
a flight
Yeah.
yesterday to Baton Rouge. And there was also rumors that his family was given tours of Gainesville and Baton Rouge.
Yes.
That was all over the internet as well.
Just to make sure they felt comfortable.
Yes, so this plane footage is from some reporter or fan or who knows.
Well,
and he's like in the bushes.
I'm just gonna
almost
tell you this
at
right
a
now.
private
And
airport.
apparently Spurrier went up to Mississippi as well.
That
So-
also is alleged.
Right.
But I just want you
That's
guys to
less
know
believable.
this is straight from a flip phone.
Yeah, it looks like
This is quality video from 1991. This is really, honestly, the best
It's
video
my
you could
first
get.
BlackBerry.
from the best flip
miss
phone you've
Oh,
ever had.
dude, I still swear BlackBerry is the best
best.
phone ever created.
It's such a small little keyboard, though.
It was,
Yeah.
but
It
you
was
could
raised,
feel
and you could
feel
feel
the
it, yeah.
the
Yeah.
note.
Great.
Oh man,
Yeah,
For
okay.
you kids out there, look it up.
So anyway, the way it reads is, here are the live photos of the, quote, Kiffin, end quote, plane in Baton Rouge. All things
And
go.
it does match the number of people in his family. Matt's thing is the kid in the video is too short.
right,
tiny.
right.
But
Yeah.
how can you tell from that far away?
He does look short.
You can look to
Okay.
next to his mom, quote unquote mom, or whoever Lane's with. I mean, I guess he could be there with his ex-wife. I don't know.
For a moment, I
Here's
thought,
why I think it's him, real fast.
Yeah.
Because after that video was going viral yesterday, they moved the plane halfway into the hangar so that you couldn't see the people getting on or off. So if it was just a regular, everyday rich guy,
yeah.
First off,
why would he care?
that guy's wearing jorts? Lane doesn't wear jorts.
If he's
Well, you know who I think it is?
gonna be the Gator coach, he might.
Yeah.
Dude,
he
that
might-
is not Lane Kiffin.
He'll start a line.
Seriously?
A line.
He'll start a line. The
You
other
have
thing-
to like expand it, JJ. That is not. Lane
Oh, I've watched the
Kiffin.
video about 20
you know who it
times.
is?
I've seen
Honestly, you know what it is? I think it's Landman. Because
it.
it's
Which I
the
gotta see that.
It's in
And
the
the
Land-
girl's a brunette, so if it was Layla, Layla's a blonde.
You can't
No, that's a
tell.
brunette. That's not a brunette.
Are you out of your mind? Are you watching the same thing I'm watching?
Well, actually, I'm gonna. All right, we're going to break.
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
need
watch
to
this.
investigate
Yeah,
more.
because all I know is I think that's Billy Bob and his ex is who I think it is right now.
Right, who's a brunette?
Yeah. Well, no. Are you blind?
Bill, are we
I've
talking
never
about
seen the
Angelina
show.
Jolie?
No. From
Landman.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
were talking about like. Come on, man. Come on, man.
And I'm pretty sure they haven't been together in like 20 years anyways.
Yeah. All right. We'll keep it going with the latest on Lane as we do forensics on the flip phone. It is XL Primetime on a Beaver Automotive Tuesday.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. It's a snapshot in time.
Unbelievable concentration.
But in the end, there's always a play that stood out.
And there's the biggest play of the day.
Listen for the performance painting high performance play of the game on 1010XL.
It's the end-of-year sales event going on now at Atlantic Infinity. This is Hayes Carlyon. Get 0% interest on select new Infinity models and special lease offers on the stunning QX60. Luxury, performance, and style, all in one drive. All new vehicles are backed with the exclusive Atlantic Infinity Promise. That's over $7,000 in added value just for buying smarter. Visit AtlanticInfinity.com to see all new models or visit the showroom near Atlantic and St. John's Bluff.
AA Automotive helps keep your car in dependable travel condition. Stop in today. They'll check the brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and AC to get you right back to your holiday plans. AA Automotive on Richard Street. Full service auto repair you can count on.
Learn everything you need to know about the Jaguars on Duval Rundown. I'm Hayes Carlyon. Join me each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning at 9:04. You can find Duval Rundown on all the social channels of 1010XL.
Driven by Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
Hidden Hills Golf Club wants you to know that our fall twilight rates are here. That's right, plenty of time to get your round in before sunset for just $34 on weekdays and $39 on weekends, starting at 2 p.m. Visit hiddenhillsgc.com to book these special rates today.
Garrett Scantling here, and once again, thanks to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. My torn hip labrum issue is resolved thanks to Dr. Doward, and Dr. Acevedo keeps my feet healthy too. Training and competing, that's what it's all about for me. And Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has me in top condition.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season is finally here, and with that, hopefully comes cooler weather. And if you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space and just haven't pulled the trigger, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures right now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business. Give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pest Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
Hey gang, Prosser here. When it comes time to sell your home, don't worry about any, quote, problems you think might be related, because I've got the perfect team that will keep you right on track. In fact, they've got a guarantee that you can't beat. And that is Chad and Sandy, the agents I would call to sell my home. You see why? Your home sold guaranteed, or they will buy it. Need to sell now? Chad and Sandy have instant offers. Fast, easy, and stress-free. But the promise is this. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Jacksonville homes are selling, but many take months and a low price to sell. Getting top price means aggressive marketing. Chad and Sandy Newman are the Jacksonville experts who have proven systems to drive demand to sell your home. Darcy in San Jose said, I felt too isolated in my retirement. I wanted to buy in a different area, better suited for me. I spoke to several agents who didn't seem to care. I needed to find someone I could rely on. In come Chad and Sandy, and in 3 days, the home was sold. ChadandSandy.com or 904-414-6200.
Is your home ready for the holidays? Beat the holiday rush and call Zero Res. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $149 and a 4th room free with a canned food donation. Plus $75 off air ducts as well. Book online anytime at ZeroResJacksonville.com.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
I hate to jump right in the pile and be a rumor monger just like the rest of y'all out there, but that is what X is for. I just heard from my neighbor, Big Vic, and he is offering responsibility for this video. I don't know whether he actually did it or if he sent one of his GoBros, that's G-E-A-U-X, GoBros, out to like work the grassy knoll and get next to the airstrip. But the handle is All Things Go, G-E-A-U-X. It has 421 followers, so I am suggesting that Big Vic might be behind this. And when we take a look at the actual footage,
which we did just do for 5 straight minutes.
Yes, we did. And you want to talk about forensic stuff that's going on right now. Matt Hayes is frame by frame, digitally going over this thing. And we're talking about whether or not Lane Kiffin would rip his hoodie off and expose his big belly and those jorts.
Which he doesn't have.
Just as he got out of the plane.
Wear.
Here's the other thing. All Things Go. He has 421 followers, and this thing has been liked 145 times. This must be Lane. It's got to be Lane.
Listen,
here's another
Matt
one. JJ
was
just
like,
said,
Lane wouldn't be caught dead in those pants, which is
wouldn't.
something that only you will hear in the world of college football when it comes to like coaching hires.
No, he's like, I mean, he is a guy now that doesn't eat meat anymore. He's like in tip-top shape.
I'm just saying, from that
He's
video,
not
it's
wearing
hard
jorts.
to tell that that's a belly. My thing was
100%.
I don't think Lane would tuck his shirt into his shorts like that.
First of all, I have on jorts, okay? So there's nothing wrong with a good old pair of jorts.
Boom.
There you go.
How dare you?
Those aren't really jorts. Those are nice jean shorts.
Cue it up. This is why you
He's
wear
got
jorts.
like Calvin Klein jean shorts on, man. He doesn't have Levi's.
But this is
I would never wear Calvin Klein.
he's a Gator fan. This is
kind
why
of
he
jorts
wears
are those?
shorts. Honestly,
Those are good jeans.
These are
though,
Levi's.
right? Yeah. They're Levi's. All right.
All right, I love orange and blue to the death.
yeah, that's why he's wearing
Jorts.
jorts. That makes total sense.
Okay, we've also heard from the text line that the son of Lane Kiffin is now following Buchholz High School.
Only he's not. I'm looking at
on
it right
their
now.
social. Well, maybe he unfollowed.
Hey, listen,
He
we
is,
don't-
if
however,
they say it on the
hang
text
on,
line, I
hang
believe
on.
it.
We don't
He is,
care what
however,
you have to
following
say.
LSU football recruiting.
Yeah.
He just started following them.
Oh, okay.
But he is also like one of the top junior quarterbacks in high school football.
And why should we even listen to Matt?
Right.
Matt's
Yeah,
got
we-
bad sources.
Yes, thank
we
you.
don't.
Jason.
We're
That's exactly right.
specifically looking at the people to provide intel on our platform, the text line designed by.
Which another one on our text line is sending us a Zillow that said from a house in Gainesville, a very expensive house, that apparently Lane's family visited, or what do you call that when you're looking to buy a house? I'm
tour?
so poor, I don't even know. Yeah, a tour of the home.
Yeah.
And now on Zillow, it's pending.
See, that's awesome.
Boom.
See, by the way, Knox just he recently changed.
And this is
his,
not Bill Cower, by the way, looking at this house.
No, this is
Yeah, this is
Knox Kiffin,
that's
his
an old
son,
one.
changed his background photo on X to LSU. Joe Burrow looking at an LSU Tiger.
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
Just a complete troll.
Well, you know what it was? I think it was his sister who's dating.
Maybe
the
it could
linebacker.
be. Maybe he wants to play at LSU.
One of the brothers.
Yeah, you never know. If he wants to be like Burrow, that'd be a good place
So,
to go.
Like, as of yesterday, I was like 90% Lane's going to UF. But after this, what do you guys think?
Well, this is real intel, okay? So we got to put it like I've got a whole wall of,
at
of
home. I know
clues
you
and
do.
stuff with the yarn kind of linking everything together.
Old newspaper clippings, his son's height and weight.
Straight CSI and CIS stuff, just to kind of get an idea of where this thing could ultimately land. Look, admittedly, I think any fan base, alumni group should be nervous about the possibility of the other team getting him.
Especially Ole Miss.
Yeah, and you lose.
He's not staying.
So Stuart Mandel comes out, and Matt writes for USA Today, and Mandel and the McMurphys and the Dodds are all like kind of like, well, on another level when it comes to college reporting and so on and so
Connected.
forth. And so Mandel was the one who put it out. He's with The Athletic.
By the way, Brett McMurphy broke that story.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't Mandel. It was
So,
Brett
all right.
Friend
So
of the
listen,
show.
if we need to give Action McMurphy credit over Mandel, I'll be happy to.
Okay.
Okay. So Brett was the one who said it's got to be.
He's been given an ultimatum. He's got to make a decision before the Egg Bowl.
And this is Ole Miss talking, and the way the story goes is that it was a contract has been in front of him for a bit of time because we asked this question the other day: why haven't they inked him to a long-term contract?
Right, but here's my question with that: who cares? What are you going to do, Ole Miss? Fire him?
No.
Yeah, what's the old? If with an
You're gonna fire
ultimatum,
your
don't you
coach?
have to have
You
something
have to have
above them?
some kind of like leverage on him if you're going to give him an ultimatum.
Well, they're panicking.
Right, but they have no leverage.
Exactly. That's what panic usually brings. Is brought on by no leverage.
If I was Lane, I'd like laugh at that and say,
Right.
"All right, do whatever you got to do."
Yeah, and so they're basically worried. They're hitting a panic button. He's leaving us, and he's going to go somewhere else. And whatever he's been doing here, he's going to do somewhere else. And whatever's been going on here ain't going to happen no more.
So I think if you're looking at this like as an objective person, you think if he's going to stay at Ole Miss, why wouldn't he have already just signed the deal? Okay, I think he should stay there. I don't think he's going to now because he would have already signed it. He would have already signed it.
Wait a minute.
So yesterday,
Unless he's gone to Florida and LSU, right, in the last couple days, and he's like,
Gainesville's not that cool.
I think I'm all right here.
Yeah.
Which is possible.
Okay, so
Certainly
you
possible.
flip-flopped completely from yesterday.
In the last 5 seconds, I
Yeah,
have,
because
actually.
when we walked down the hall, he was still staying in Oxford. Hottie toddy.
We'll update you tomorrow on Matt's
He's the only one who knows. So listen. So honestly, what I wrote today is, if you really think about this, if you can read this in the USA Today, if you really think about this entire Lane Kiffin coaching business since he first started coaching, everywhere he's been has been drama except Ole Miss. Everywhere. He got fired on the tarmac at USC. Okay, he left Tennessee. He was burned in effigy when he left Tennessee. He also
he went to USC.
He spent 14 months at Tennessee and had 6 NCAA violations in 14 months. Okay, goes to USC.
It's a little reckless.
He goes to USC. He inherits 30 scholarship limitations over 3 years from Pete Carroll's regime, and he's immediately expected to go.
None of his doing.
Hang on, see if this sounds familiar. He's immediately expected to have that team at the same level that Pete Carroll had it at, number 1, 2, or 3 in the nation every year, and he didn't. Okay, so he gets fired from there. You know that, right? Then he gets plucked out of exile from Saban. Just gets his ass chewed all the time there.
You also forgot
Don't forget about Al Davis.
The Raiders.
I'm coming back to that all the time, okay? And then right at the end when he gets a job at FAU, because no one else will hire him because he's toxic, so he goes to FAU. In the middle of the playoff with Alabama, they've already won the semifinal. They're preparing for the national championship game. He's calling coaches in practice and players, recruiting coaches and players for FAU. So Saban fires him a week before the national championship game.
Right.
All right? So then he goes to FAU, does a nice job there, wins a championship. Ole Miss is desperate. Ole Miss hires him.
Just real quick.
And I don't want to forget about the Raiders because that whole thing with Al Davis goes to a press conference and has an overhead projector with 3 pages of what he sent Kiffin. He starts reading it.
And he goes on and on.
And he's got his finger going over every line like he needs his finger to help him read it.
But the other thing with Lane...
It's amazing, that press conference.
Yeah. But the other thing with Lane leaving and trying to poach coaches, that's nothing new.
No, I know it's not.
Yeah,
I know it's not. The crazy part was Saban fired him a week before the national title game.
Right.
And then lost at Clemson by 3. So
could have had him.
My thing is, the only really normal he's had in all of his coaching career is Ole Miss.
But that's suddenly changed.
But hang on.
Now it's gotten toxic.
Hang on a second. It's not even just...
They gave him an ultimatum.
It's not even just his coaching. He stopped drinking. He hasn't had a drink for 5 years, okay? He's in the best shape of his life. His family lives there now. His ex-wife now lives in Oxford. He is in the best situation on the field and off the field that he's ever been in. And now you're going to say go to Florida, where immediately it's day one, you got to win the national title.
Or at least get to the playoffs.
Yeah. It's the same thing at every other big-time program.
But it's not at Ole Miss.
Except for there. Yeah, it's so laid back and so
I'm not saying it's laid back. I'm saying he knows the known there. He doesn't know what's at LSU or Florida. He has no idea what's there.
Very true. But he also, if you have dreams and designs on doing
something... And those
something,
jobs will always be there. He's still going to get paid as much as any coach at LSU. You have some fun there for a few more years, and then you think, all right, now I want to challenge.
He'll never be as hot as he is right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't agree with that.
His lofty status right now is over the top. Everybody, or at least people in the South, want a piece of Lane Kiffin. They want to buy that stock because they think it's a shooting star.
Okay, what if they win the national title next year? Then what?
Or what if they go 8-5 next year?
Okay, what if Kalen DeBoer goes 8-5?
Well, don't you think it's more likely that Ole Miss would go 8-5 next year than win the national title?
Yeah.
He's had 3 straight years of double-digit win seasons.
And what else? Nothing.
Joe, my point is he's had 3 straight years of double-digit win seasons without being able to recruit high school kids. He's doing in the portal every year. He's hitting in the portal.
We all know
every
that's
year.
hard to do.
I know it is. That's kind of my point.
It's hard to keep doing that.
That's kind of my point. He's got it down. He has a science to it.
Okay.
He has in 4 of the last 5 years. He's got double-digit wins.
I mean, I saw Mike Norvell have a 12-0 season after a 10-2 season.
There's a giant difference between Mike Norvell and Lane Kiffin. Okay?
But at the time, we thought Mike Norvell had figured out the portal. He was the guy, the portal guy. Like he did this every year. He didn't need to recruit high school. He was being offered apparently the Alabama job.
It's the guy who's red hot right now, and you come back a year later and he is cooled off. And
I understand what you guys are saying.
We know living and dying with the portal is very, very tricky.
Proving it year after year after year.
I saw Norvell do it for 2 straight years. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
we were impressed by that. We thought he was the portal guy. We thought he could keep doing that, and we've seen you can fall flat on your face pretty fast.
He produced.
Right? We've also seen that you can get better, which is what Lane Kiffin's done. Get better every year.
Right.
Yeah, well, at the very least, as crappy as it's become up in Tallahassee, there's at least hardware for Norvell. He can at least say that.
I'm just
Whereas
playing.
Lane does not have any.
I'm just playing devil's advocate, okay?
Well, I don't know.
All I'm saying is, you know what you've got there, okay? Is Florida a better job? Of course it is. Is LSU a better job? Of course it is.
But for him,
it's not even
maybe
a question. Right. For him, maybe not.
Yeah. All right, we'll keep it going. You guys jump in 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Beaver Automotive bringing you Tuesday's show. We're talking the full lineup of SUVs, beautiful pickup trucks that can do the job, but also offer that luxury and luxury sedans. You name it. Check out the Beaver Chevy store, Beaver Toyota, or Beaver Mitsubishi.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies. Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
The young guns styled and profiled all over their opponents and put together a drive that displayed their dominance. Trevor Lawrence led the group on a 16-play, 76-yard drive, capped off by a Tim Patrick touchdown, making the score 28-6 with 11:38 left in regulation. The 9-minute drive is your Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game.
Attention small business owners. Did you know you can get 100% tax deduction on a brand new Cadillac?
That's right. Choose your new Cadillac and qualify for a 2025 tax deduction of up to 100% of the purchase price.
There's never been a better time to own a Cadillac and drive your business forward in style.
Visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville today for incredible deals and expert advice.
Don't miss your chance. Experience the luxury you deserve and the savings you need.
Plus tax tag title, $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
Your favorite band live, First Chord Hits. That's a thrill. But for the accident attorneys at Farah and Farah, what thrill beats them all?
It's the thrill of the win. But I've been there when the worry is real, when the bills pile up, when the pain doesn't quit, and getting the call that says, "We came through for you." That's huge. It's about seeing that weight lift, helping folks walk out better than when they walked in. Yeah, we're built for that.
Call Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
Do you have numbness and tingling in your fingers, or wake up at night and have to shake your hand? Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari, and at Bari Orthopedics, we have a myriad of treatments that can possibly help you. If you have numbness and tingling, you may have carpal tunnel. We have cortisone injections, PRP injections, and shockwave therapy that may help treat the numbness and tingling that you have. We also treat it surgically with endoscopic carpal tunnel release, a 2-centimeter incision that will release the nerve and have you back at work and doing what you want to do in life in no time. If you have numbness and tingling in your hand, give us a call at Bari Orthopedics or log on at bariorthopedics.com.
I'm Frank Franzi, and I've been telling you how proud I am of my daughter Amber, who's lost so much weight on Awaken 180. But it's been a while now, so I wonder if it's something she can maintain. So I sort of asked her, how's it going?
So far, so good, Dad. But you're right, it has been a while. But that's the beauty of the Awaken 180 plan. There's so much variety in the food choices. You don't get bored.
You look great. Do you feel better?
I feel so much better. And I know it's because of the weight loss and how it's changed my lifestyle. So there's no chance I won't sustain it.
Well, what about over the holidays? Look, you grew up in our home, and you know we love the holidays.
Oh, I still plan on enjoying the holidays. I just plan on doing it by eating right. And I've already had the conversation with my coach. She understands the challenges of the holidays, and she's guided so many folks just like me through this. We've already made a plan.
So take my kid's word for it. Awaken 180 works. It's sustainable, even over the holidays. So change your life by calling 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
The halfway point is hit in pro football, and that means the stakes will be even higher the second half of the season. Joe C. for Hard Rock Bet, and it's time to push for the playoffs and time to cash in on the big ball games. Player props, team totals, playoffs galore. And don't forget about Saturday. So many big games. Don't miss out. Get the party started on the Hard Rock Bet app. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Yeah, that's
That's absolutely not true. There's been no ultimatum, anything like that at all. And so I don't know where that came from, like a lot of stuff that comes out there. Like I said, man, we're having a blast. I love it here. I mean, our running back's sitting right over here. Come on over. And it just couldn't be better. Like I said, you pray for things. Our fans prayed for this type of thing, and now we're in the middle of it. So enjoy it.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Beaver Chevy, Beaver Toyota, Beaver Mitsubishi Tuesday right here on XL Primetime. Joe C., Matty Hayes. Check out his stuff at USA Today Sports, the Hurricane Hall of Famer, Big Sirs. Matter of fact, I'm going to make you a Hall of Famer. Interpret what you just heard from Lane Kiffin as this is his latest appearance, and he's on McAfee talking about it's the greatest thing going right now. Just soak it up. If you're in Oxford.
No ultimatum.
No ultimatum, he said.
I mean, it seems like he's having a great time at Ole Miss. Either he's acting very well, or I mean, he's enjoying the show. Listen, I heard the same thing my sophomore year after we beat Nebraska in the Orange Bowl, and people asked Jimmy about going pro, and Jimmy said, "Why would I go pro? I mean, I can win here at Miami." 2 weeks later, we signed the contract.
That's just beautiful. And he was Oklahoma State. He was Stillwater to South Florida to the Lone Star State. And it's not like he was accomplished.
Yeah.
He got it done in a hurry.
He did.
And he knew when to leap. And he actually probably is a good example of just knowing when to leap if that's what you want to do. And that's really what it boils down to. Are you comfortable? Can you accomplish what you want? Or do you need to go somewhere else to get it done?
I mean, here's the thing with Lane, though. Do you want to play it safe? I mean, Ole Miss, you playing it safe. If you go to, the expectations of being a champion, I mean, that drives you a little bit more.
That's how I feel.
Matt's saying that, at Ole Miss, they could do the same thing at Ole Miss.
Sure, they can. Why not?
I look at the situation like this. Lane, this is his baby. I mean, he birthed it.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, when they came into Oxford, I mean, they weren't as accomplished as they are right now.
Hell no.
They could win 11 games this year, like you say.
First time ever in school history.
Exactly. So I mean, they got a good chance.
He
to go
could
to
be
playoffs.
the Steve Spurrier of
Ole Miss.
He could,
Yes.
absolutely.
Very soon, it will be Vaught Hemingway Stadium, Lane Kiffin Field. Very soon. I predict.
What if that's part
Okay.
of the deal?
I do.
What if
predict
he's like, if I stay, you have to name the
Just
stadium?
you of all people know that 2 coaches have been successful in Florida. 2.
Yeah.
2.
Right.
Okay. Just
And
remember that.
What
He's
about
he's about
Alabama?
to be the third.
If you take away Bear Bryant, Nick Saban,
And the 2
Alabama's
coaches
not
that were
great.
successful were
You
2
get
of the
those
greatest.
Stallings in there. Stallings count.
Were 2 of the greatest to ever
You know
coach
that.
in
Yeah.
college football.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
All right.
look, I never will understand that point. So now they're just supposed to go, well, we sucked. We were 0 for 57.
No. I'm
Sorry,
saying
you don't
that
want to come here.
What
Yeah.
I'm saying is you automatically
typically
think
suck.
because you automatically think, and I'm not even talking about Kiffin. It could be anybody that's hot that they get to Florida. It's going to be great. Everything's going to go and everything will be great. And that's not how it works.
No. I think, but any program is trying to do, and this includes LSU. LSU had 3 national championship winning coaches. One followed the next one. That is pretty damn special to go from Nick Saban to Les Miles to Eddie O. And
In less than 20 years.
Yeah, and they thought they might get another one, but. So everyone's trying to get the best guy. Make it the 10-10 take right now, JJ, because that's it. That's your pursuit.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since 68.
Delicious barbecue waiting on you. You can roll on in there. You're in a hurry. They're going to make sure they serve it to you fast and delicious. Make sure you check out any one of your area Sonny's. If we go down the timeline of all these great universities that have accomplished great things, the before and after they found the right guy is usually littered with a lot of average. Alabama went through that. How many guys did they have to hire? I heard from one of our Bama fans yesterday that they had to hire to find Nick Saban. Nick Saban found them. He said, I can go there and I can win, and obviously he did. Take a look at USC. What have they done pre-Pete Carroll, post-Pete Carroll? Not a whole hell of a lot. You can take a look at Florida. You can take a look at Auburn. You can take a look at so many others. Tennessee had Phil Fulmer in the big orange jumpsuit. What else have they done? Look at how many coaches they've hired since Philip Fulmer. You can take a look at Penn State. They just ran James Franklin out of there because he couldn't get it done. And so there are so many universities that have a little success. Now, as I look at Leon and I finish up the 10-10 take, you had Schnellenberger, Jimmy, and Erickson and Butch Davis and Larry Coker. Butch didn't produce it, but Butch built it.
Larry, he built it. Yeah,
Legend.
Larry
Legend
got the credit for it.
Don't run off the road.
But you know exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, he was in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
He had the key. Somebody was driving.
And Dennis Erickson was good, but he definitely made hay off of what.
Also, substitute teacher. To be
substitute
fair.
teacher.
He was absolutely.
Yeah.
But
so there's just so many universities, and my point is that you guys have been searching for it ever since.
Yeah, last 25 years.
Yeah, and so every university. So Florida ain't alone.
Yeah.
Florida was lucky to have 2. Joe Pa was lucky to be there 1 before the scandal and controversy.
Texas.
Thank goodness for Mac Brown and some dude in the 50s. You know what I mean? Or in Oklahoma with Bobby Stoops. It's just on and on and on with the universities. It ain't easy to win. Take a look at how many are walking right now on this earth that have national championships, either active or retired. There ain't that many of them. So when we say, what has Florida done other than that? They're damn lucky they had those 2 guys.
Yes.
I need to get
You've
this.
made my point.
This
Thank
fact check. This is from our text line.
Are we now
Lane's-
fact-checking the text
I'm
line?
asking you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't. I'll just go with it. This is his only text to us ever, which makes me think it's real.
All right, good.
He says Lane's wife or ex-wife, soon to be wife again, whatever.
Right. They're going to get married.
She's a
maybe.
Florida graduate, which we knew that.
Yep.
Was her
John
dad
Reeves'
okay? So her dad was
John
a
Reeves'
famous
daughter.
quarterback.
Yes.
I did not know
John
that.
Reeves' daughter is who married Lane Kiffin, and that's why he has the ties. Spurrier was great in the mid '60s. John Reeves was after him.
Okay.
And he hooked up with Carlos Alvarez, which is one of the great combos in college football history. I think it's fair to say.
Other than the 7 picks against Miami, right?
Yeah. And by the way, Florida hadn't accomplished a whole hell of a lot then either. But they were ranked high in Reeves. And then Reeves, if you want to talk about the drinking problem with Lane and all, he had that as part of his history and whatnot. But anyway, a great quarterback. And so Lane.
All signs are pointing to.
Oh, yeah. And then the young son. He may want to go there and be.
Yeah, he's following Buchholz High School.
Well, he wants to be like Grandpa.
Only he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Lane would coach his son at UF.
And follow his grandfather's
That definitely will work out.
footsteps.
legacy is important.
This is a movie,
That's
okay?
like a movie. It is a movie. It's a script.
Look at you trying to talk yourself into it.
I don't know. I have no idea. Listen, I got a bet with Hottie Toddy, and I'm
He's
having.
definitely like okay. If you had to put percentage-wise, stay Florida, LSU. What do you got, Joe?
33, 33, 33.
Oh.
That's the
One
safe
of them
thing
has to be
It
34.
is a safe bet.
One of them has to be
33.3.
I mean, yesterday I was kind of leaning to staying.
Leaning, you were like 85%. You said,
And then I don't. I mean,
Hey, you were 85%. They wouldn't even go after him. 85% they wouldn't run him. And they've run him, and now they're going after him.
because I thought it was just between Ole Miss and Florida, but now I'm like, whoa, LSU looks like it's making a push.
if he stays at Ole Miss, it's going to be because he went to Florida, he went to LSU, and thought, no, it's not for me.
The only thing that would keep him, realistically, that would keep him from Big Vic and the Baton Rouge boys is the fact that the governor wants to run everything. Governor wants to be the president of the university while running the state and the athletic department director and the head coach.
Yes.
Okay, that's the only thing that would chase him off because LSU's got it all. Okay, you know that.
But you got to wear purple.
Yeah.
What Matt was saying about Lane before and after, it sounds like Ole Miss is his solitude.
It might be.
Of course it is.
It's a solitude. So why would he
That's
leave
what I've been
that?
saying all along. Why would you? That is the outlier. Ole Miss is the outlier of his drama-filled coaching career.
All right, let's
Why
keep
would you
this
leave
going.
that?
Let's keep this going. 641-1010. You guys hit the text line. Designed by Lifetime Enclosures. I just feel like it's a episode of Hometown on HGTV. It's so sweet, peaceful, easy feeling.
XL Primetime. Driven by Duval Ford. 1010XL is your home for play-by-play of Bishop Kenny football.
The Crusaders keep the Friday night lights shining on the banks of the St. John's. Bishop Kenny and Godby of Tallahassee. 7 o'clock on 92.5 FM.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise in towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Movember is Men's Health Awareness Month, so take charge of your health and vitality at Ackerman Urology in Mandarin, Middleburg, The Beaches, and Whirl Golf Village. For prostate and urological needs, trust Ackerman Urology. AckermanUrology.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 18, 1979, Richard Petty became the first to win the NASCAR Series Cup 7 times.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
There's lots of reasons to use Kuhn flowers when you need to send floral arrangements. This is JJ with 1010XL. No matter what the reason or the occasion, Kuhn Flowers delivers with only the best. Log on to KuhnFlowers.com and make someone's day.
What is the oldest team in the NFL? The answer coming up.
For over 20 years, Southern Oak Insurance has given Floridians a better alternative to their current homeowners policy. See what you can get with Southern Oak. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The oldest team in the NFL, the Arizona Cardinals, founded in 1898 as the Morgan Athletic Club.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
Winter and spring registration is already cranking up at I-9 Sports, and if you have kids ages 3 to 17, I-9 Sports is inviting you to get them on the field or in the gym with great sports like girls flag football. Plenty of places to play like Oakley, Fleming Island, UNF, Fletcher, and Creekside. Log on to i9sports.com and see all the sports they have to offer across the First Coast. In Duval, Clay, and St. John's. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount. Registration open right now for winter and spring sports at i9sports.com.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what Window World wants you to do. Window World knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to Window World, they can't offer you the quality at the price that Window World can.
And with Window World, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new Window World windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, Window World and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with Window World, and to top it off, Window World windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with Window World. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call Window World today and get your free in-home estimate or see them online at windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World. Simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Truth Teller here, and I've solved all of your holiday problems and stress. A gift card from the Blue Crab Crab House. Get this, you buy a $50 gift card, and you get an additional $15 card for free. It's that simple, and as always at the Blue Crab Crab House, the best crabs in Jacksonville, oysters, and seafood, period. Blue Crab Crab House, open every day except for Monday, off of San Jose on Jewington Creek Road.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
3 straight 10-win seasons. Enjoy it. Have fun. You know, so often everybody's so serious, everybody's in it, and then they get out of it and they're like, man, remember those old days. Remember how great they were. So I remind them, hey, those good old days, you're in them right now. Someday, 10, 20 years from now, you're going to be saying, man, remember that run we had at Ole Miss, and we had that Division II quarterback that would make all those plays, and the running back was leading the country in touchdowns, and there was a dog running around on the field, and the players were dunking. I said, you're in the good old days right now, so just have fun, enjoy it, and I think if you watch our team, you see them doing that.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
I might cry, actually.
Tears in his eyes, I guess.
Tearjerker.
I'm now crying. I don't want him. Don't leave, Lane. Oh, I think he is trying to let him down easy. He's just trying to let him down easy.
It's become a soap opera.
Be in the moment.
Yeah, live in the moment. That's all he's saying.
Now, was that a love letter to Ole Miss, or was that a goodbye letter to Ole Miss?
Pretty sure it was I'm getting the H out of it. So,
see, the question is, where are the H is he going?
Yeah,
That's the question.
Exactly. And the H is for U-Haul, okay? Because
if it ain't Gainesville, there's going to be a group of, people, probably led by Frangie and Hayes Carline, heaving themselves off the Bank of America Tower.
I never wanted him anyway, man.
Right. I never wanted him anyway, man.
So
overrated.
He what did he put out this morning? He put out, it was a passage from a novel this morning.
He's so good at this.
Oh, he's so good. And so he is definitely operating in the unknown. So you guys are more than welcome to stay on it. 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. It is honestly the biggest story. And you played Young and the Restless because they said sounds like Guiding Light, right?
It was Young and the Restless.
That's your show.
That's my soap.
Yeah.
By the way, he did end that interview.
I'm a big
with
Victor
McAfee.
Newman fan, for you guys who know.
And he stays young and he's restless.
Oh yes,
The interview with
very
McAfee,
young.
he ended it by saying, "Hotty toddy, go Rebs."
He said, "Hotty toddy,
go Rebs."
Well, what's he supposed to say? Go Tigers?
No, he's not. He didn't have to say anything. I'm just telling you that's what he did.
Go
That's
Gators.
all.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Go Tigers.
Hotty toddy, go Rebs.
Because he's right now playing for big things. He's their coach.
As of
He
right
is.
now.
He is, because honestly, if they lose to Mississippi State, they may not be in the playoff.
I do have, let me see if I can find it. One of our texters said he is flat out going to the Egg Bowl in a Gator hoodie, which I just love. He texted us yesterday. I saved it.
Orange and green.
Yeah. And so he's like.
So they win the Egg Bowl, and he rips off his shirt. He's got a Gator shirt underneath, like all the recruits do. I'm going to Florida.
Yeah.
I did see that tweet. He should do the 3 hats, like the recruits do.
Right. Exactly. He's fired up. But it is one of those big stories, and you say to yourself, well, wait a minute, what has he done? What has he won? And he's accomplished a lot there. But like we said, trophy case, if you open it up, nothing.
Sun Belt.
It's kind of like how
that, man. That's
listen. It's kind of like how the NFL plays these players. It's based on potential. They've done nothing. Vast majority of them.
True.
But don't you think hiring a coach a lot of times is like you're trying to get a guy before he hits that? It's really hard to get a guy who's already won a national title or something to come to your
Well, it's funny. If you look at like his record right now, and I'm going to see if I can pull it up here, it is impressive. Look at the games over 500, what he has done, even though, like we said, there's not any hardware hoisting going on, but it is a sturdy
Think about what Ole Miss used to be.
Win-loss record, yeah. And so that's what everyone's chasing right now is that offensive wisdom. And I think we would all agree, wherever you are, especially when it comes to offensive players, they will follow him. Because,
They will. But if you're saying, like, what has he done? You want James Franklin instead? He's won a Big Ten. You want him?
No, yeah. And I agree with you. Like, certain guys have hardware, but they don't match the profile of what you're looking for. Mario won a couple Pac-12s, which was outstanding. And then, he went home. And so he's still trying to win that first ACC title.
Belichick's won 6 Super Bowl titles. You want him?
How's that working? No, I get that.
They're getting better.
Yeah. They are,
I don't know
actually.
about that.
They are.
They got
a little more defense.
They got their ass kicked by Wake Forest.
Hey,
Wake's good, bro.
Yeah, don't you get on Jake Dickert.
Florida State beat Wake 42-0.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So,
no offense, Florida State.
Yeah. All right, but
Jake Dickert would be a good coach of Florida. Seriously, he would.
I like him, and these guys, the Dickerts, the Golishes of the world. There's a lot of good coaches out there. The Sumralls. Who is it? One of our.
What's the fish one? Silverfish.
Jedfish. Oh,
Jedfish.
Ryan Silverfield.
Ryan Silverfield. Yeah.
Okay.
From Memphis.
I don't know. I thought.
And then who
was
it? Morris. Eric. Is he the Mean Green coach?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Another one.
Former Eastern Washington head coach. By the way.
What's his name at Arizona State? I'm surprised isn't more of a name.
Dillingham. Yeah, but he's like he grew up in that area. He's not leaving.
But you don't think he'd go to Florida State or something?
No, I think he likes it there. He grew up there. It's his home.
Okay.
All right, so let's finish this and we'll get into the
You guys
1 o'clock
always
hour.
want to try to run the guys out of like where they're happy. Like Kiffin's happy.
Well, Dillingham,
but you could be happier.
Yeah. Dillingham went home. Lane can play for titles, make more, and be happier. That's it. Okay.
What are you going to do when it's drink? I mean, will you be depressed?
No, don't say that.
I'm going to say, hey, Eli.
Will you be depressed if it's drink?
I will not be fired up. I will.
But you won't be depressed.
That's a good answer.
What about Frange and Hayes Carline? Will they be depressed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they don't want drink.
Yeah.
I think there's so many guys that are better than him.
What
even
about
if
the
you don't get
majority
Lane.
of Florida fans? Will they be depressed?
Dude, I know my group chat from my buddies back home. They'll riot.
Yeah.
Oh well, then what do you do if he chooses LSU? What do you do?
Get somebody better than Drinkowitz.
Yeah.
Drinkowitz has never beaten an SEC ranked opponent in his whole career.
I think he.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I think it is.
I don't think that's
because maybe it was the last 2 seasons.
I don't think that's true at all. Actually,
I'm gonna look it up because they asked him about it after his most recent another L to a ranked team, and he's like, "Yeah, we got to fix that."
Lane had just barely beaten a top 10 opponent on the road, just barely, and so he had not done that before. So it's not easy. But here's where it's at right now. There are only so many teams that make it to a bowl, like 80 or 90 of them. In Florida and Florida State and the schools that our passionate fans follow are not one of them. Okay, and so those
Florida State might make a bowl. They probably will this year.
Yeah,
I think they're 5-5.
They're trying to turn it around.
Yeah, they need to beat Dave Doran.
Yeah, they were 4-5, and they were able to even up level off that record. And Gators are 3-7. So yeah, all right, we'll keep it rolling into the
Maybe
1 o'clock
Kentucky
hour.
and Tennessee in 23, JJ.
Which one? Tennessee in 23?
Tennessee and Kentucky, yeah.
Kentucky?
Hey, they were ranked.
Okay.
Yeah, they were ranked. I mean,
there was a
they
time.
beat South Carolina in 22. They were ranked too.
Was a time. It's XL Prime
That
Time.
wasn't him anyways.
XL Prime Time, driven by Duval Ford. Get hit by the man in the back, Tommy Mack.
I'm bringing you straight to the gridiron to show you what it's like to put on the Jags helmet and pads.
Fridays on Jaguars Today. Unlocked by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Hi, I'm John Haney from Clearwater Gutters and Drainage. After heavy rains, the problems are obvious. Mulch blown out of your beds, water standing around your foundation, and that fancy new crater back behind your bushes. Let Clearwater Seamless Gutters help you solve the problem spots.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters. And drainage, too.
Find out more at clearwaterjacks.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
There's a key that opens a very special door. The Jaguars locker room. Go in the locker room with Hayes Carline to get closer to the Jags. Unlocked by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Are you ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? It's the Black Friday sales event going on now at Renewal by Anderson. Buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 years. This offer expires November 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 14th.
Tired of plumbers trying to sell you instead of help you? At Superior Plumbing and Pipeline, we do things differently. We hire real plumbers, not salesmen, and we never pay commission. That means no upselling, no pressure, and no unnecessary repairs. Just honest, expert work at a fair price. So the next time you need a plumber you can trust, make the superior choice and call Superior Plumbing and Pipelining, where quality comes first and honesty is standard. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining. No commissions, just solutions. Learn more at SuperiorPlumbingJacks.com.
Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
Pickett here with a game winner at Checkmate Coatings. I've scouted them all. And this Jacksonville crew's the real deal.
I'm Brendan, owner of Checkmate Coatings. We transform pool decks, driveways, and patios with pro precision.
Score big at CheckmateCoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
Hey gang, Prosser here. Jacksonville homes are selling, but it can take months, and it takes a price lower than you want. Well, getting top price means aggressive marketing, and Chad and Sandy Newman are the Jacksonville experts who have proven systems to drive the demand to sell your home. And they have this unbelievable promise and guarantee. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. If you need to sell now, Chad and Sandy have instant offers. Fast, easy, and stress-free. You want max price? Chad and Sandy are going to aggressively market your home, and they're going to get it. Anthony and Mary in Palm Coast said, we wanted to move back home closer to family. Getting max price was more important than a fast sell, but we had only purchased our home last year, so we didn't have much equity. After just 23 days of aggressive marketing with Chad and Sandy, they sold our house at the price we needed to make the move. Call the Jacksonville experts you can trust, and I recommend. Call Chad and Sandy at 904-414-6200 or ChadAndSandy.com.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Zero Res. Jacksonville Jaguars running back Bashal Tootin has been nominated for the NFL's Rookie of the Week award for his performance in Week 11. He's among 6 nominees nominated this week, including Patriots running back Trayvon Harrison, as well as Denver Broncos wide receiver Pat Bryant. 77 degrees at 101 time and temp, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Beautiful day on the First Coast. 1 o'clock hour is here. Hope you all are having a good time. All of Duval still soaking up that win from Sunday at the bank, and we're definitely going to dig back in to your Jacksonville Jaguars. It is XL Primetime on a Beaver Chevy, Beaver Toyota, Beaver Mitsubishi Tuesday. Check out any one of those 3 great lots full of deals. They are there to wow you, that's for sure. Price point and whatever you're looking for ride-wise. Brand new or pre-owned, they can take care of you. So we have had, honestly, a fun discussion trying to figure it all out. Who's going to go where? Who's going to do what? Who's going to stay put? All that type of stuff. And we'll soon find out how it all falls. There are just, honestly, I think most people in the college football world would admit they never thought they would have this many head coaches getting canned and job openings the way they have been so far this season. Guys getting canned in October. You never, ever saw that before. We have now, since 2014, gone over $1 billion in buyouts, not contracts, buyouts to leave, to not coach anymore, to go away. And that's where we are. Now, James Franklin, we mentioned him just a minute ago, he takes the Virginia Tech job. Hokey, hokey, hokey high. How will he do there, fellas? We need to get back to some Jaguar talk, but real quick on Jimmy Franklin, how do you think he will do in Blacksburg?
I mean, I think it depends on how much they're committed financially, because they haven't been in the past. And right now we are in a world where how much are you going to commit to your NIL collective? And I'm not even talking about revenue share, because everybody's getting revenue share. I'm talking about private NIL deals. If you can get that money, not everybody's going to have a Cody Campbell type commitment like he has at Texas Tech. But if you can get a significant commitment, then I think you have a chance to get players there and win some games. Players win games, period.
Right.
Period. So, it's what kind of commitment does your university have? That would be my answer to that.
Yeah. Leon, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, he's familiar with the area, right?
Yeah.
Coming from Penn State, and I mean, hate to say it, JJ, he's in a lesser conference than the Big Ten. Has probably a more better opportunity to win in the ACC. So we'll see.
And historically, it's a good program.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's been a while,
It's been a
but
minute.
they were decent for a pretty good run.
And it was Beamer ball, and he deserves 100% of the credit.
Absolutely.
And Blacksburg and the Roanoke area, they were all fired up for it. And
you have a great home field advantage,
Yeah.
man. That place gets rocking when they're winning.
It got bad quickly.
Yeah, Inter Sandman, and if it weren't for Beamer, we wouldn't know anything about Virginia Tech, basically.
Yeah.
And so it's like we've just had this discussion about all these schools. When special guys show up, they get it done, and there's just too many of them to pass through. And we've gone. How many coaches have they had since?
Beamer?
Since Beamer, three or four. I know they went with Justin Fuente.
Second.
Second.
Justin Fuente and Brett Pry,
Yeah.
So this will be the third.
Yeah, and so third since then. And Beamer's been gone, 5 years, 6 years?
JC, okay.
More than that?
Yeah, more than that. Yeah. Probably, golly, I would say
2016.
Yeah.
Okay,
Beamer
so
left.
almost a decade.
Yeah,
Okay, almost a decade. All right. So anyway, all right, let's get back to the Jags. Back to some of the thoughts that came out of the weekend. We're going to have Coach Gerald Ingram pop in with us, and we'll kind of ride it out. Jaguar talk the rest of the way coming up in just a next segment. But Leon, the question we asked you earlier, and ask it again, is just the roller coaster ride this team's been on. How do you flatten it out in a good way, if that makes sense? In other words, consistently go down the right road instead of go down the wrong road.
Well, I mean, RJ was asking me this in our meeting. He said, Leon, how do you get this team to continually play pissed off?
Yeah.
And I say, I mean, individually, I just gave them I used the technique when I was playing that I ultimately didn't like the team, the person, or whatever. They've got to create an environment where, even though they got to create an environment where everybody's against them.
Mm-hmm.
Because last week we were piling on them about the lack of productivity, the lack of sacks, lack of this, that, and that. And maybe they should just play that way. They should, now that they won that game, they shouldn't allow no one on the bandwagon. Hey, listen, we did this. Let's continue. If they play, listen, I'm telling you something. If they play the way they played against the Chargers, the next 4 weeks, I mean, we're gonna. And I know you're supposed to take it one game at a time. I know that's cliche, but they should be able to annihilate every one of the teams they play the next 4 weeks, be in the playoffs. I listen. They were I'm exaggerating a little bit, but they were unrecognizable on Sunday. All the stuff that we talked about they didn't do, we saw on Sunday against a very good Chargers team.
Right, and if you think about it, everything, what Bashal, Tootin, and RJ said, he's being nominated for a Rookie of the Week honors because he looked like that bruising, low to the ground, battering ram that you wanted to see. ETN still playing inspired football. Both of them collectively, and LaQuinn Allen you throw in there, running for 190-plus yards. This team nearly had a 2-to-1 time advantage against the we're talking about the LA Chargers that were looking for, win number 8 of the season.
What about Walker Little?
Yeah.
Against Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
You didn't hear a sniff.
You called him out.
I did, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how you respond, though. That's absolutely how you respond.
All of them. All of the highest paid guys all played at a high level. All of them.
Yeah. And when you have it working that way in all the different departments, the pass rush, as long as it's there, it helped the back end mightily. It helped the guys that needed to make plays to be able to make plays.
Yeah.
The Buster Browns, look at Christian Braswell stepping in and a handful of other guys. So, yeah, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, even the most impressive thing about it, though, was the one penalty for 5 yards. Because we talked about how this team will ultimately hit the self-destruct button at any given time, at any given quarter, in any given game. We saw none of that. They played with discipline. They were polished. They were executing at a very high level. That's what we need to see every week. Now that we see that they've done it before our eyes, we need to say it every week, every absolute week. You need to box it up. Whatever you did, box it up, wrap it, whatever, put it underneath the tree, and just open that baby every week.
You can only hope, my bro. You can only hope. All right, we'll have Coach Gerald Ingram coming up here in just a little bit. How about that right now, if you don't mind, JJ?
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
I mean, it's all we're talking about, so let's get into it, right? Eli Drinkowitz today on Job Rumors. He meetings with the team saying he's on the allegations that he's meeting with teams saying he's going to another school. It's not true. He adds that he and his family love Missouri, and and that the administration has been phenomenal with him. Quote, "We love what we're building."
That's great. I can't think of too many guys that honestly have stepped up when in this situation go, you know what, this place sucks.
It's pretty average here.
And nobody is doing a damn thing for me. I haven't heard either one of those things come out of their mouths. But I do love it. I do love it.
Eli, we just need you to beat
Just a
OU
smidge
on
of Joe is
Saturday.
thinking, right now there's a little smidge in his brain thinking, what are we going to do if neither one of these guys accepts?
Oh, my God. If you get turned down by a drink, you should fold the program.
That would be embarrassing. It would be. Absolutely.
Well, and by the way, you see the joy in Whoville over here in Matt Hayes' face. That's what he's rooting for.
He is.
I am. I'm rooting for complete chaos. I am. It's the best story.
I'm going to go ahead and
He
make
wants Alex Golish or something.
and I like him too, by the way.
I do too.
He lost a lot of money on Saturday.
I do. He did. He 100%.
Because they got smoked by Navy.
Yeah.
But the one I'm going to get this T-shirt. Maybe the barbecue going to help me. But
I love chaos.
No. He roots for ruin. Okay.
I do root for ruin. I do. I think
he
it's
roots
fun.
for ruin. That's what you want. You want to ruin.
I root for the best story. That's the best story.
The best story is the you guys fold your program.
It's so funny because
basketball only.
Right now, up there in Penn State.
Actually, them winning the national championship in basketball was the best story.
Yeah.
That was the best story last year.
It was a great story.
The fact that he came back from all that nonsense at the beginning of the season, and that team got better and better and better.
Yeah.
It was a great story. Yeah.
And, so sometimes good can be a great story.
Of course it can. Yes.
Yeah.
No
As
doubt.
Rarely for Matt.
That's not true. It's not true at all. I love the Texas Tech story right now.
So
It's
what's the best
fantastic.
story with Lane? Would it be him sticking around?
Yes, of course it would.
Mr. Hallmark over here.
Lame.
Okay.
Right, but
Mr. Hallmark.
that's not
boring.
All right, well,
Christmas
let me tell you
in
something.
July.
That
You
ain't
guys-
doing clicks.
Let me tell you
USA
something.
Today is not getting clicks with him staying at Ole
When
Miss.
he gets out of that, if he gets out of that Oxford bubble and has to go somewhere, you never know what happens at that
Okay,
point, man.
then the clicks come.
Yeah.
You never know what happens. I mean, he's very good right now where he is, right?
See, I love that
He's
you're
changed
even-
his life over 5 years. He's very good.
You're suggesting that temptation, like there's this
Yeah,
outside
exactly.
world that once he leaves Oz,
When he gets to Sin City, then
Leon,
it's Gainesville.
can you help here?
He can't help himself.
Leon, can you help here?
The women
Don't let-
and the booze of Gainesville.
Hang on a second.
don't let him hit Main Street.
Hang on a
Yeah.
second. Go ahead, Leon.
Listen, new Leon got to fight old Leon every day.
Yes.
All right, let's go in the locker room with that real quick because that's actually I need to hear a little bit more about this.
Now,
one,
the Lemon Pepper Locker Room with Leon Cersei. Served up by Wingstop.
This might just be about life.
Yeah, which is
It's
fine.
a life locker
That
room.
is what happens in the locker room. You
Yeah.
discuss big picture
Yeah,
items.
you know, listen, the reason why I say that because I'm definitely a changed man from what I was back in the day here. Absolutely. You know, Susan the Boo Leon is long gone, all right? Susan the Boo Leon stayed in trouble.
So you're saying maybe somebody comes up to you at the, Publix back in the day, you might have a different reaction if you see somebody at Publix now.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, all right. I have
Yeah,
to
well,
check
you know, that comes with age and wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah, I was a mess when I was young. You know, I had money and success and fame, and I treated it accordingly.
As you should have.
I abused it and used it. Okay.
Nothing beats the drive by a house, see a for sale sign, throw it in park, go up there and offer it straight cash.
Yeah,
Homie.
that's crazy. That's crazy. So I'm just suggesting this, that not Lane Kiffin, because young Lane sounds like young Cersei.
Yeah.
He does. And so now he's found his sanctuary,
Yeah.
his retreat,
Yeah.
his wholeness,
Yes.
and
But he ain't found a trophy.
he hasn't found the trophy
Yet.
But I'm just telling him to just be cautious. And be careful. Be careful what you ask for.
Because the OU can come back.
The
is that what you're
OU,
saying?
he'll show up.
It's a constant fight.
Yeah, it's a constant fight, bro.
That's a great one. Honestly, that is the type of stuff that is disgusting.
That will get off me.
JJ said, what did JJ say? Marriage is a constant fight.
Yeah, when you're a married man, you're constantly in a fight with your
old
natural
self?
instincts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with apologies to
But
TLD.
you're a great man to overcome that.
Right. With apologies to TLD, I love her. Marriage is a fine institution, but who wants to live in an institution?
That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, Buddha says this. I'm going deep on it.
Nice.
A man who conquers himself has won 1,000 battles.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's a
right
good
there,
Mic
boy.
drop.
That's a good
like
one. Yeah,
that.
exactly. Coaching room coming up next.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. A great season often depends on keeping your best players on the field.
Let me know if he's ever going to play football again, or do I need to find me another wide receiver?
Listen for the personal injury attorneys Farrah and Farrah Injury Update.
Jacksonville.
Come on, you can't play without me.
On 1010XL.
Just when you thought we couldn't bring you more, Keon Atlantic is here with a brand new store. We have the same great team to treat you well, with new savings during our grand opening sale. Keon Atlantic is here with the new store. Shop our best offers and largest selection yet. Save big during our grand opening sale. Is there something for everyone on our lot? You bet. If you're ready to experience something new, the all-new Keon Atlantic is ready for you. Your perfect ride is a visit away. Online at KeonAtlantic.com. Keon Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. I love Hello Smooth Med Spa, my go-to for skin health and beauty. Their biggest event of the year is November 19th, National Botox Day. Huge deals, local vendors, and it benefits Make-A-Wish. Don't miss it. Visit HelloSmooth.com for more details.
John Osher knows Jacksonville football like Jack's Beach knows the ocean.
That makes two of us.
Wednesdays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Served up by Twin Peaks, home of the 29-degree draft on 1010XL.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Football season is all about hanging at home and watching the big ball games. Well, if your AC and heating unit is letting you down and keeping those electric bills sky high, think about getting a new energy-efficient AC unit from Florida Home AC. They've got great deals on replacements plus rebates and incentives to make it more affordable. Call Florida Home AC at 777-4300 and get their expert staff to take a look. Football season is all about fun and playing for the win. Make sure you have the winning team on your side with Florida Home AC.
Celebrating 30 years in Jack's Beach. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn is your go-to for cash on the spot. They buy gold. Huge sale on firearms all month. Save during Florida's Second Amendment sales tax holiday with no sales tax on firearms. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296. Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429. Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
Joe C. for Preferred Roofing, reminding you your roof is more than just felt and shingles. It's a system that not only keeps your home dry, but also impacts your heating and cooling bills. Preferred Roofing and Construction is a GAF Master Elite Roofing Contractor, lauded for having the ability to educate and inform homeowners on their options. Why GAF and Preferred Roofing? They're veteran-owned and operated with ties to Duval for decades. A family business ready to make sure your family has a good roof over its head. Log on, preferredroofingjacks.com.
Hey, this is Tom McManus. If you get injured out there, there's only one number to call. Pound Law, that's all. Slip and fall, car wreck, wrongful death. It doesn't matter. Morgan & Morgan handles it all. They're the largest in the country. 100 offices, over 1,000 attorneys. $20 billion recovered for 500,000 clients. That's the kind of team I want. If you get hurt from someone else's wrongdoing, check out Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farrah doesn't flinch.
They fake the toss. They throw it to the back of the end zone. Caught for the touchdown. A play fake.
Tim Patrick in the back of the end zone, a 1-yard touchdown pass. They've extended the lead. How good is that?
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Well, you heard Frank Franchi on the call right here on the Superstation, the flagship home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And, yeah, they made plays on both sides of the ball, plays aplenty. And we welcome in one of our coaches, Gerald Ingram, longtime running backs coach here under Tom Coughlin, and also a Super Bowl winning running backs coach with TC up in the land of the Giants. And, Coach, first off, welcome in. You looking good? You doing good?
Oh, it's a great day to be a Jaguar.
Let me tell you something, man. And I know you guys covered it on the fifth quarter, and there was probably joy in Whoville at that point, even more than now. But my gosh, man, that was a hell of a win.
It was an ass kicking. It was well-deserved ass kicking. And it was a good team, you know?
Yes.
And I just believe they went through that shock. You know, we started from the beginning and finished at the end. And it's amazing what you accomplished by winning the line of scrimmage with the offense and defensive line. And they adhered to the talk.
Yeah.
And we chewed their asses out pretty good here and everywhere else.
Yeah, I'm sure they heard the noise.
Yeah. So their pride was on the line. It was good to see that they responded and acted accordingly, and they played a clean game, no penalties. They reached that mark knowing that they can do this and put themselves in position to be in position. But the physicalness, the intensity, the sense of urgency, all those things as a coach, as a fan, and everybody else was pleased with. And now let's see if you can do it 2 games in a row. And, you know, because we've been there for the last couple of weeks where it wasn't good enough, you know, in situations. And now you're going to be tested again.
That's why I wanted to ask you, Coach. Can this team be trusted? I mean, how do you keep them motivated and continually down this road of executing at a very high level? Because this team, you'll trust them. They'll be on the peak, and then next thing you know, they go back down. They go on this roller coaster ride. As a coach, how do you keep them motivated or keep them in the mode of playing the way they're playing like they played on Sunday?
You know, it's kind of – Dick Drawn used to say a lot of guys are motivated a lot of different ways. You know, and the end run is win. We all profit from winning, no matter how you do it, offense, defense, special teams. Some guys are excited about, you know, being an NFL player. Some are excited about the game and, you know, wine, women, and song and whatever it might be. Dick used to say, I don't care what you do at that moment, you're playing for each other. Just find a way to win. Right. Hopefully the message, you know, they got the message and belief, you know, that, you know, magic happens in believing. And what occurred last week as a team, it was a team win. You're not putting on anybody's shoulders and saying, well, it was because of this. It was because we actually saw leadership in action. So, and that's what we addressed when it came down to it. You know, the coaches don't play for them. And when you got to close a game out and put your, you know, foot on the neck, like he said, they did that from beginning to end. And I think it was a shock factor for their defensive line. We knew their offensive line was beat up. Yeah. Well, that's fine. Okay. But, you know, we set the benchmark of how we were going to play, and we got a chance to see it and how they responded to it. You know, instead of every week, are we going to address the penalties? We're going to address the miscues, the embarrassment, football management, and those kind of things. It was as perfect a game as you can. Now we want to see if you can do it. Now, your question, can you trust this team? No, you can't trust this team. Not one way can you trust the team.
I agree with that.
Okay, but let me ask you this, just to kind of you obviously you have something to coach off of. You got to win and you got results. Yes. And so you now need to reinforce it. You can at least describe what you would have done back in the day. You said you chew the rear end out. But now how do you get them to follow what they did by not chewing the rear end out? Or is there another way to do it? Just to make sure you start to piece together more than one win in a row.
Well, we don't really know what the full message last week was to these guys. But, you know, the severity of maybe it was Tony Baselli walking the hallways. Maybe it was the GM making comments here and there to the leaders of this team, and then things had to trickle down to the players, but obviously things were being reinforced on a practice field from the meeting, to how they're going to conduct business here. They're going to do whatever it takes to replace and find a way and the right players here to win, because what we want to see is, we're going to play when we're pissed. Well, you should be, a competitor and a professional on how you conduct yourself. It's kind of like Jacoby Myers. He walks in here. He comes in with his suitcase and his hard hat, and he says, this is where you do no matter where you go and what team in the NFL. That's being a pro.
Right. Yeah.
He brought maturity to that meeting room. It's just like if Leon walked into that, into that room off of another team and they saw him hit somebody in the mouth, everybody's saying, ooh, wow, that's what it takes to be a champion.
Right.
That's what it takes to be a great offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you brought back Cleveland, you brought some, and said, hey, guys, our captains, which is our center, we don't know what was said, but obviously they got the message. They got the memo. They played well together. Now, who's the guy who's going to come in? When Anton's healthy, is he coming back to be the left? Is he coming back to be the right? Are we going to move somebody around? Because that competition creates sense of urgency. But we all know one thing. Who do you trust and who do you not trust? We know for sure we don't trust that left tackle right now from week to week. Okay? We don't know if we trust his temperament from week to week to play mad, have a sense of urgency to kick some ass out there. Some people have to have a fire lit underneath them all the time. And maybe he's one of them. Or like you said, just being able to move people around gives people a sense of urgency of their job. Plus, the big picture here is down the road. You're not telling your players you're talking about the playoffs, but, you are addressing certain issues that is it going to be good? Are we going to be good enough down the road if we do get into playoffs, and can we last? And and what happens is, haven't been there. As this goes on right now, you're not talking to your team, but the administration did, and Tom Coughlin might on the side say, hey, we got to have this win. We got to have this win. We got to have this win. Hell, it was almost 6 weeks. We were like, as coaches, we get this now. Okay, all right. But he's got his foot on the pedal the whole time now, from the coaches to the players and everything else. So he's not changing. Tom is not changing his disposition on what it takes to win every week, but what the whole big picture means in the end. Okay? So as we get to the the last 3 games, especially the last 2, your coaching staff is trying to mark up who you might be playing against. And we're breaking all kinds of tape down. We're spending hours just in case, because you don't know what it's going to be like, but you better be ready.
Right, 6 seed, 5 seed, whatever it might be. All right, Leon answered this question, and Coach Ingram jump in on it too. So how do you, as a team, as an individual, make sure that you stay present? Next game is the most important game, and still handle that big picture goal of in other words, you've got to have a goal of making the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was self-motivated. I competed, and I would create a narrative every week about the team or about a player that I went up against. I would make it up. I would say stuff about that team, said stuff about me, so I could practice angry. So when I got into the game on Sundays, it was easy for me. So I made myself, I made up stories about what the team would say about me.
I love that.
Yeah. And you do the same as coaches, too.
Yeah. So, I mean, I did it. I made
but is there a 1-goal game and an end game that you're trying to tell these guys?
Well, you do, from the psychological standpoint, just like he said, there's many times that Bill Parcells, Tom Coughlin, he may pick a certain player out and he says, hey, do I need to do anything extra for you this week? I know this player you're going against is, he's probably 3 times. I thought he was 2 times better than you. Maybe he's about 4 times better than you. Yeah. The more I look at the film, I'm kind of afraid to make sure that, you're not going to wet your pants. They'll say, you say certain things to get to their, that competitive edge.
Yeah, well, listen, Mazur did that to us as an offensive line. We had to play the Steelers in a night game, and the whole offensive line was kind of gathered around. We're kind of laughing, yucking it up, whatever. And Mazur comes in the locker rooms to see us, yucking it up a little bit, having too much fun. And he comes over there and says, I don't know what y'all having so much fun about. I just came from outside, and I heard the Steelers talk about you, how soft y'all were and this and that, and whatever, can't run the ball. And it lit a fuse in me like I had never been lit before. and I had to go up against Jason Gilden that day. I mean, you can pull up the film. I'm not making this up. I went off on him because I couldn't get it out of my mind that my offensive line coach was telling me, first of all, I already knew that the Steelers somehow didn't like me because I went from there to Jacksonville. Yeah, right. But then if they add no extra noise about me, that was all I needed.
That's beautiful.
It's those games, though. If you're talking about the NFL where everybody's the best, it's those psychological games that can be the edge, right?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's just like Tyson said. Everybody's got a plan until you get hit in the mouth, and then you got to readjust that plan. But you still better be ready to hit him back, just as hard, if not harder. And that's what's going to be the true test. We've seen where, we played a good game against Kansas City. All of a sudden, now we play against a team. Oh, wait a minute, they move. They actually don't play straight and penetrate. They actually move to the inside. We play Oakland. We can't handle the inside movement again. Right. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to know, are you specific and detailed, as Leon says all the time, with your technique?
Yeah.
So when they do move in front of you, you're not whiffing players because you're overstepping. How fast can you put that other foot back down to handle the counter move? Because they know they can't play toe-to-toe with you right now. Not how you played the week before. I'm not going to just let you stand there and hit me in the mouth. Okay? So we have to be prepared for that. Right. The best move is the next move. And you better be ready for it through practice, detail, because they couldn't have a physical practice last week.
No.
All you could do was talk about it.
You have to preserve those padded practices and those hits. Yeah. That's great stuff. Listen, we got Gerald Ingram hanging out with us in the 1 o'clock hour on a Beaver Chevy, Toyota, Beaver Mitsubishi Tuesday. I want you to answer this one question coming up in a second. And this is from the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. I sure hope this is our team's identity from now on. So we'll touch on that coming up on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Putting the fence in defense.
The ball comes out! The ball has come out!
Each week, Superior Fence and Rail presents the Defensive Player of the Game on 1010XL.
It's your boy, Big Sirs, all-pro lineman, and your lemon pepper guy. Nothing screams game day like Wingstop. But get this. Every Saturday and Sunday this football season, score big with Wingstop's special deal. Order 100 wing pack online at wingstop.com or the Wingstop app using the promo code JAX20 and get $20 off. That's right. Carry out or delivery. It's your call. Use online promo code JAX20 for $20 off and a 100-piece wing pack. Fire up your game day. Order this weekend with Wingstop.
Waiting around for Black Friday? At Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi, we've already dropped Black Friday prices. That's right, thousands of vehicles priced to move now. Get 0 down, no payments for 90 days, plus peace of mind with a lifetime warranty. Don't wait for the crowds. Get your Black Friday deal today. Start saving early with Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi, where Black Friday starts right now. That'll wow ya.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Running a small business is tough, so the Florida Small Business Development Center at UNF provides a free business checkup, a personalized analysis that helps you boost profits, your online presence, and increase your company's value. No cost, no strings attached. It's guidance from experts who understand what it takes to succeed in business. Whether you're just starting out or ready to expand, it's time to act. Complete a request for consulting at unf.edu/SBDC.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I've got a challenge for you. Go stand next to your window. You feel a cool draft? Well, then you need Pella. The experts at Pella Windows and Doors can easily fix that with energy-efficient windows to keep the drafty air out and save you money every month. And how does 0% interest for 60 months sound? Go to PellaJacks.com and schedule a free home energy checkup. That's PellaJacks.com or visit the showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows and tell them you heard about Mike's challenge on 1010XL.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I've been telling you how proud I am of my daughter Amber, who's lost so much weight on Awaken 180. But it's been a while now, so I wonder if it's something she can maintain. So I sort of asked her, how's it going?
So far, so good, Dad. But you're right, it has been a while. But that's the beauty of the Awaken 180 plan. There's so much variety in the food choices. You don't get bored.
You look great. Do you feel better?
I feel so much better. And I know it's because of the weight loss and how it's changed my lifestyle. So there's no chance I won't sustain it.
Well, what about over the holidays? Look, you grew up in our home, and you know we love the holidays.
Oh, I still plan on enjoying the holidays. I just plan on doing it by eating right. And I've already had the conversation with my coach. She understands the challenges of the holidays, and she's guided so many folks just like me through this. We've already made a plan.
So take my kid's word for it. Awaken 180 works. It's sustainable, even over the holidays. So change your life by calling 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, my takeaway is that I hope this Jaguar team stays mad. Well, everybody. Media, national media, everyone. Because we piled on last week, boy. Ooh. Their behind should be soft the way we belted them last week, bro. I'm for real. So, but listen. But if you're gonna tell me that you playing mad shows that kind of game on Sunday, then I hope they stay mad. I hope they stay pissed off. I hope they stay motivated, because you're gonna win a lot of ball games if you execute the way they executed. Yeah. They executed at a very high level, no penalty, one penalty for 5 yards. I mean, that's outstanding. You gotta give them their flowers when they play well.
That's the biggest thing of all, eliminating penalties.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Definitely. Yeah, my takeaway is bigger isn't always better.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple as that with Lane Kiffin. Bigger is not always better.
Okay, here.
That's he's got it. He needs to go where he feels like he can win, where he feels like he has his life in order. He doesn't need to go chase something else that's not, may or may not be real. I shouldn't say not real, because it may or may not be. It may be. Exactly. He may go to Florida or LSU and win a national title. He could win one at Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, if you have a guy that has that kind of history in his background, where every single one of his other stops other than Ole Miss has been drama-filled, and that's the only thing that's where you're normal and everything's normal and you're winning and everything's good, I'd stay right there.
All right,
there.
We got to get back to the Jaguar question, but you as a coach, this is an interesting study. Gerald Ingram is hanging out with us, running backs coach here and under TC up in New York, Super Bowl winning. Wasn't that always the hunger to chase titles and accomplish those great things as a coach?
Definitely. That's why I think he goes to Florida, to be honest, because as a coach, nothing gets better than, knowing that you are a national champion or if you're world champion in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So just like a player, sometimes players make decisions monetarily. Some players will make decisions based because they want to spend their time trying to have a chance to get a ring. I told Dan Marino when we beat him that year. See, Dan and I came out the same year together, high school in Western Pennsylvania. And I
Very
said,
cool.
Dan, I said, why are you still doing this? He said, I'm still trying to chase one freaking Super Bowl ring. That's all I want is one.
Yeah.
I mean, Barry Sanders could. There's a lot of great players. You may have all the accolades, but it's not like, knowing that you were a champion.
You could speak to rings.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I told you my most devastating loss in my career is that Super Bowl against the Cowboys. Being that close at the 50 with 2 minutes to go, and O'Donnell throws that pick. I mean, it was devastating.
And do you still, like, every once in a while wake up like it's the next morning?
No, I haven't done that in a while. But even when I came here, I mean, when I went out to dinner with Wayne and Tom, I mean, the sale was Super Bowl. The sale was, and I was sitting there saying, man, y'all were 4-12. How you talking Super Bowl? But I mean, but Tom had a vision. He was assembling the staff and players to put in place. And Tom would always talk about, listen, when this road to the Super Bowl comes to Jacksonville, that's what, and this was like second year.
Yeah.
He was talking about like 97. Let's get it to where it comes to Jacksonville. Get it to where it comes to Jacksonville. And I mean, he set up the table. And we tried to eat, but couldn't finish the meal.
Yeah, but you know what? When we formed that team here from the bottom up, we wanted fighters here. Tom wanted guys that would fight. Yeah, they might, some guys might be able to jump higher, run faster, this and that. But there was a lot into that character evaluation of who we're bringing to the table. We brought we had some great players here. We really did. And matter of fact, that bond has stayed through all these years.
Yes. Hungry and fighters is what you're saying. Yeah. It really is something if you can get that going. And I don't know whether the end result of what Liam and Tony Vaselli and Jimmy Gladstone's are doing, but the toughness certainly showed itself on Sunday. So back to that question from one of our prime-timers. He hopes this style, which is running it and being physical, is the identity. Can it be? Do you believe it will be?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. You actually have a testimony to it this past weekend. They got a chance to actually see what it looks like to play a clean game, a tough physical game, and finish the way you should finish. You did everything right. Anything less than that is not good enough. If you want to put yourself in position, why are you here?
Yeah.
You're here to win. You're not here to just survive and just be an NFL player. You're here to win games. We're not trying to win next year or the year later or, who knows what will happen. If you're in position right now, you need to show the hunger. The right people on this team have got to show the young kids now. We're past the first 4 games of this season. So now we're counting on everybody to be in position to show who you are. It's never enough. It's just like Tootin's run, And Fred said it right, and I said the same thing. The difference in that run, he played well, but the difference is you go to house, okay? I'd have quizzes to the players, and I'd say, all right, what's your job? Score. I like that. Not just the position and what you do, score. Okay, when a running back goes to the house, okay, those chunk kind of plays and that elevates everybody.
Yes.
That elevates yourself. Now people actually take notice of you. You think about all the running backs who became successful with Denver Broncos when they were hot and heavy in Alex Gibbs' run system, which you saw a little bit this past weekend. That was all Alex Gibbs. They did that. We did that. Zone rim. He didn't change anything. He just, how you're going to block.
He also had 5 really good offensive linemen.
But they weren't big. They were built to run the ball. They weren't built to protect. But that was their holding.
Right. I guess my thing is along the
they
whole.
Were small, light, fast guys.
Right. My thing along the lines of you can't trust these guys is because I can't trust that offensive line yet. We can all say they need to run the ball. We can all see that, look, when you run the ball and you have 1 penalty, good things happen.
Right.
But if your offensive line's not controlling the line of scrimmage, You can't run the ball.
You can't do anything.
Right.
What showed last week that our quarterback plays better when we run the ball. The running backs play better when we run the ball. The receivers catch the ball better when we, when we run the
47
ball.
carries last week.
Play action pass.
Trevor plays better.
I mean, everybody plays better when we run the ball. And here's the thing. When you actually commit to it, they ran it, 47 times?
47 times, 22 throws.
That was more of a commitment than any other team in the NFL this year. We broke their will. Leon talks about this all the time. When you run the ball as an offensive line, that's confidence. Finishing blocks, demoralizing people to the point where now they don't even want a pass rush. They want that clock to keep on running. Let's get to the next one, which even the head coach, he went and pulled his quarterback and said, how fast can we get up? Because they aren't getting it right now.
Yeah, he wasn't going to do to Herbert what maybe Dan Quinn did to Jay Daniels. Maybe. Looked at that.
And I'm going to tell you another thing. When they that 16-play drive that they had against the Chargers, Big Surf is talking mad cash because the defensive time they're tapping out.
Yeah.
Did you notice the guys that were going back and forth on that 16-play drive? The defensive players, ain't nothing better than wearing them down. Yeah. And they can't do anything about it.
Just imposing your will.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a want to get away drive. Want to get away? Yeah, you want to get the H out of here. All right, we're almost out of here, but we're going to keep coaching them for one more seg. XL Primetime, Beaver Chevy, Beaver Toyota, Beaver Mitsubishi Tuesday.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it worse. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season is finally here, and with that, hopefully comes cooler weather. And if you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space and just haven't pulled the trigger, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures right now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business. Give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
Now, the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The good guys continue to make big plays over the weekend in Duval, and one of which would help put the game away. In the fourth quarter, Trevor Lawrence would find Tim Patrick for a 1-yard touchdown, making the score 28-6 with 11:38 left in regulation. The Tim Patrick score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Hi folks, Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting, prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents, so let I-9 Sports help. They've got winter and spring registration open right now for kids all over the First Coast to enjoy their favorite sports. Log on to i9sports.com and don't miss out on the upcoming seasons. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Frank Frangie here to tell you about the coolest new thing, a putting green in my backyard that my friends at Sunshine Turf installed. Sunshine Turf can do the same for you. They'll come to your house, they'll create a custom design for your space, and you'll have an authentic golf course experience right in your own backyard. I freaking love it. Sunshine Turf is family owned and they made the process so simple. So visit sunshineturf.info or call them at 904-383-0243 and get a free quote today for your own putting green. Get it from Sunshine Turf.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. I mean, mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Couple minutes left with one of our coaches, Gerald Ingram, running backs coach here in good old Duval back in the day, and then also with TC up in New York. And he, along with Coach Mark Duffner, we do both sides of the ball. Make sure you look for that on the social channels. Great intel from both of these guys on both sides of the ball. I got to ask you this before we're done. I can't. Did you happen to see Cam Scatteraboo, who was wearing a Giants uniform, got hurt, done for the year, and he shows up in a wrestling situation, and next thing you know, they're throwing. Okay, what in the world is Cam's? Did you guys see this in a WWE setting?
Yeah, so
I did, but it was definitely fake. You know that, right?
Well, yeah, but take a look at
but
it.
It was pretty physical, though.
Yeah, exactly.
It was.
See, Coach Ingram saw it.
But now Carter threw his guy pretty far.
Here's what Scatteraboo did. He basically set it up because he was the face of it. And then he does one thing, or they do one thing to him, and then you could see him just taking a little mini step back, and then the other guys were throwing, but he was right there in the middle of it.
Yeah, I was really shocked with them. I'm like, isn't he hurt?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they were upper body throws, but, you know, he stepped back, and Carter kind of stepped in front of him a little bit, and yeah, I was a little shocked, but that is kind of fake.
He's got a great mustache.
You don't realize, I didn't realize how athletic those wrestlers are.
Oh, they're
Big Henry.
Yeah.
And then when some of those guys
Was it
get
Reigns?
off the stage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. Batista was there at the time. His biggest back I ever seen in my life.
And so
my wife was there. She's singing "Sexy Boy" all night long. Okay? She fell in love with it more than my son did.
Oh,
Look, I don't want to be the guy who has to say this, but Gerald sounded a lot more like you know who. Hey man, they're athletes.
Well, I knew as soon as you said it, you know it's fake, right? Oh, I don't know, man. Because
That's hacker. Those are athletes, man.
They are athletes.
Yeah. Guess what? It may be scripted, but those they're all glancing blows. But let you take one of those.
Oh,
and see-
I know.
and see
I know.
You
Believe
imagine
me, I
getting on
know.
a ladder and getting thrown off?
No,
at
I
400
cannot.
pounds?
No, I cannot.
All right, so just watch this, Matt. Just so you can just kind of take a look at it, pay attention as we say hello to Helmets and Heels.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, Taylor Dahl joins us now, Helmets and Heels, the witness.
Scatteraboo's insane.
Yeah, like Cam Scatteraboo showing up in that, like he had.
Okay, so he pushes down and then steps back.
He does.
So
He
clearly
totally
was a
steps
prop.
back.
He was clearly a prop.
He's smart, but
yeah.
But
He's hilarious though. We honestly got gypped a little bit not getting a full Cam Scatteraboo season.
Exactly.
We deserved
we
more
were
of
gypped.
Cam.
Yeah, we really were. We really were. All right, we're talking about the Jaguars win, which of course when Coach Ingram's in, we get a little extra. What do you guys got coming up?
Yeah, so we will get into that. I was at Warped Tour all weekend watching a whole lot of bands, so I didn't get to watch the game live, and I kept going back and
Taylor's like, what did
checking.
you say?
Wait, what's going on there?
Yeah, I was like, hold on, what?
Love
so
Warped
I
Tour.
kept having to just check the score periodically, and I'm like, what is happening? Because the box score didn't technically match the score. If you were looking at Trevor Lawrence's numbers or maybe the rushing yards, you were like, okay, maybe this is how they were winning. But I'm like, I have to go watch this game because I have no idea how they dominated in the way they did. And the run game, not getting penalties, all of those things helped, which we've been screaming all season long. So really good win. I will get into some of my thoughts on that. Bees in studio, so we'll talk to Bees too about some of that and then some more NFL, a lot of interesting storylines around the NFL. So a lot to chat with.
All right, love it. Thank you. Thank you. Tommy Mack, Lauren Brooks, Taylor Dahl, and then Aaron Beasley, which is always great to have him. There's another guy with perspective, that's for sure. But, yeah, Coach, just finish off with one. We got to go. Never mind. We got to go. JJ's looking at me like we got to go. Thank you, Coach Ingram. We appreciate it. As always, Big Sirs, Matty Hayes, Joe C., Catch Gerald Ingram and Mark Dubner, both sides of the ball. And JJ, give yourself a round of applause as we say goodbye. He brought in chili today, okay?
Well, really, it was my beautiful bride's chili.
Yeah, so there you go. But you brought it.
Yes.
You brought the big salad is basically what it is.
I handed you the big salad.
You did bring the big salad.
You get all the credit. It's XL Primetime. Helmets and Heels coming up next.
XL Primetime.